podcast partner. We are Cinematography for Actors. I'm Haley Royal, and I'm here with my co-host, Jack. Take it away.
Howdy. Good to be back for our final episode. We are here for this very special last episode with the director, writer, and editor of What If, Yanghuixiao.
Yes,
Gao.
perfect.
Yang, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you.
Yeah.
To start us off, why don't you give us the log line of the film?
Yeah, sure. So my film is about a young Chinese woman. She just diagnosed with a gynecological disease that might affect her fertility in the near future. So this story is about her coming back to her hometown and have a special weekend with her mom.
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right. So some emotional
very
stuff in there.
relatable, emotional.
Definitely.
We've had a lot of fertility stuff up here. I think that
Oh, great.
Yeah.
it catches people's attention and it is very relatable, especially, I mean, we're probably close to the same age, I feel like, and that's something that's starting to affect people who we know closely now.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So can you talk to us a little bit about the kind of your philosophy on set when you're working with your actors? What are the conversations you're having with them to impart your vision upon them and make a collaborative effort to really produce the thing you see in your head?
Oh yeah, for sure. So the leading actress, the young Chinese woman, the actress is a professional actress, and I was lucky to have her arrive on set for like 3 days before. So I got to have a pretty private moment with her to have a private talk, conversation, and just to talk about the backstories of the leading character. And also when we were doing casting, I had a video chat with her, so that makes sure we're on the same page about the story. That really helped a lot.
Very cool.
Like feel each other's vibe.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you had one actor who was a professional actor, and then you also had a non-actor who you were working with, correct?
Yeah, the mom.
Okay, yeah. So how did you work with the actor? What was the actress' name who played the mom?
Fang Ling Yang.
Fang
She's
Ling
actually
Yang.
my aunt.
She's your aunt?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So doubly, so you're working with family too,
So you're
not
working with
just
family.
Yeah.
So how did you work with her to make sure that she could do the things you needed her to do on screen to tell the story?
Yeah, so this story is set in my hometown. So I had her to try to speak, Mandarin, but it doesn't seem natural to her, and so I had her to speak dialect instead.
Oh, okay.
And that smooths things out so much better.
Yeah.
Really?
She's just herself.
Yeah.
In that way, and it's really like fun to get to work both with professional actors and the non-actors at the same time and had them like working together. It's like a very interesting dynamic, but they do love like working with each other. And then they even, I don't know, at the end, my aunt even say she felt like, because she only has a son, so she felt like she has an extra daughter after the shoot.
Oh
That's so
wow,
sweet.
that's really wonderful.
Yeah.
And so your main actor, does she speak Mandarin or also the same dialect?
She speaks Mandarin and
Okay.
also Cantonese.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know one of the interesting conflicts in Chinese film that we don't experience too much in the United States is, whether the main actor and the supporting actor speaks Fujianese or Cantonese or Mandarin and can't understand each other. So does your aunt speak Cantonese or?
No, she only like speaks the dialect in our hometown and Mandarin.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So did you have to navigate any kind of language barrier between your main actor and your aunt?
No, because they both can speak Mandarin very well.
Got
So yeah.
Okay, I see.
So with the switch to dialect for the one actor, do you feel like that affected the story? Did it change anything or add any kind of texture that you weren't expecting?
Yeah, for sure. I actually tend to have her speak dialect. And that adds to like something that other stories doesn't have, and makes it like really on the ground and then make it specific to that small town. It doesn't matter like where it is specifically, but it does add to an extra level, like to the kind of the sense of a small town, not like an international big
Right,
city.
right.
You know, speak Mandarin, everyone understands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your technical decisions to tell the story. I'm sure there's a feeling of your hometown that you were hoping to get across. Was there any decision in lensing or deciding to shoot on a certain camera or in certain aspect ratio that you felt got the feeling across?
Oh yeah. So I think I left the. Me and my DP decided to use Alexa Mini, and that adds to tiny bit kind of film texture into it, and we tend to use wide shots and to cover like wide lenses to cover the whole environment. So give it a sense of the environment where they live in, the house, and the river you'll see in the film. So it's like that's our decision, technical wise. Yeah.
So when you're shooting a short film, I know that there are definitely things that you sometimes have to let go of because of time, money, constraints, what have you. Since you were the editor as well, was there anything that you felt like you were going to be able to hold on to that you realized you just had to kind of set free in the end?
Oh my god, yeah, my DP hated me for cutting out his favorite shot.
Oh no!
Out of the film. Yeah, but yeah, it's a tough decision. But you're definitely right. That definitely happened. I think I had to cut at least 1/5 of the whole story
Of everything you shot.
Yeah, to make the whole story work.
Yeah.
Like flow better, and the emotions and the actors and both characters' motivation work and make sense. Yeah.
And how did you decide ultimately to use your aunt in the story instead of getting another actor?
Oh my god. It's because I shot in the worst time.
Okay.
During the pandemic, I can't find anyone that would be able to travel to the small town to make this happen. And also another thing is like I think in China, like actors in my aunt's age, which is like 50 to 60, the actors is very like the amount of them is kind of limited, or like not that much of them can be seen by us, by Rich. Maybe there are a lot, but they just like hard to find them.
I see.
And the also the dialect you mentioned, it's a very important part for me to have that in my film.
Right.
Yeah.
So I try to like find the actors in that age that can speak the dialect in my hometown. But it just didn't happen, and then the pandemic is not able to travel them here. So my aunt is a.
We're really glad that she was a good sport and was up to do it. Was she happy to do it? Was she excited, or did she feel like you were?
She's surprisingly comfortable with camera.
Oh wow!
I mean,
okay, so she's
there are
actually
professional
an
actors
actor.
that are comfortable with the camera. That's incredible.
Yeah,
I know
that's
she
crazy.
does a lot of like she has her like own channel on WeChat. Like she does videos a lot.
Oh.
So she's an actor.
Yeah, I think that adds to her like experience and being comfortable in front of camera.
That's
part.
so
Very cool.
great. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so great. Thank goodness.
Best thing you can hope for.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And so when you were shooting this in your hometown, what was it like? I mean, obviously working with your aunt, she already knows the kind of the goings on and the emotion that you're trying to portray of your hometown. But what were the conversations? I know you were able to have that one-on-one with your main actor. How did you feel kind of imparting this sense of home on her? What was that like as a director?
Oh, my aunt?
On your main actor who wasn't from where you guys were shooting?
So I think she's very professional, and she's really open to listen what I have to say about like what this character is being going through, and her dynamic with her mom. So also she has a very great interpersonal skills.
Got it.
So she got along with the non-actress, which is my aunt, and then that just like become really natural, and we have a small crew because of the pandemic.
Right.
So everything just like falls into ground like very naturally. So it's a very like great experience. I feel like everyone had a great time doing the shoot.
We love that.
Really glad to hear that. That's fantastic. So we have to wrap this up. Did you screen already?
It's next hour, 5 p.m.
Oh, it's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Alrighty.
you're at the festival, get to the 5 p.m. block so that you can see this
Yeah, you
film.
can see What If. And if you're not able to make it, great news. bitpixtv.com, the virtual accompaniment to the festival. You can watch it. You have no excuse. Get there, get to the browser, and watch What If.
Watch What If. Thank you so much for being
It was
with
such
us.
a pleasure
guys.
having
so
you.
much for
Thank you very
having the
much.
conversation.
Of course. Thanks.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's that.
Alright,
Ready?
That's a
That's a
wrap.
wrap. Bye.
This has been another episode of the Cinematography for Actors podcast. Follow us on wherever you listen to your podcast to keep up to date on new episode releases. We will be live through August 20th here at HollyShorts Film Fest. If you're here, drop in and say a little hello at the VIP lounge. We also want to thank our sponsors, Apogee, Film Tools, Roscoe, Lightstone Rentals, Canon, and First Mile Tech. As a special gift to you listeners, we've partnered with We Make Movies to get you a discount on comprehensive production insurance packages. Use code CFA23 on your intake form for 10% off your quote by visiting wemakemovies.org/insurance.
If you missed any of our live streams, you can watch all of our interviews on our YouTube channel, Cinematography for Actors. And make sure you follow us on Instagram at Cinematography for Actors. You can also catch us in a more formal setting on Monday, August 14th at Japan House for a panel discussion on the importance of bridging the gap between talent and crew. You can get 20% off of your ticket purchase by using the code HSFF2023CFA at checkout.
Thanks!